Your soulmate needs to talk to you immediately. Something big just happened. My beloved child, don't skip this message because your soulmate has been trying to reach your heart in ways you never expected. Something happened just moments ago that changed everything they believed about your connection. They looked at a familiar place, remembered a forgotten promise, and suddenly realized that every path they kept avoiding was leading back to you. Stay till the end, because what you're about to hear is not ordinary. Something huge is waiting for you, and the first piece of this story has only just begun. At first, they thought it was only another passing moment. But the feeling refused to disappear. Every distraction faded, every excuse lost its meaning, and one powerful truth kept echoing inside them. They could not stay silent any longer. They know there is something you deserve to hear immediately. Don't skip, because the next decision they make could become the turning point neither of you expected, and the reason behind it is far more surprising than anyone could imagine. Now, while you are listening to these words, your soulmate is gathering the courage they have hidden for so long. They are no longer asking themselves if they should speak to you. They are wondering how. A remarkable revelation has opened their eyes, and it is connected to you in a way that will leave you speechless. Stay till the end, because this is only the beginning of a once-in-a-lifetime story, and in the next part, the unbelievable event that pushed them toward you will finally be revealed. A moment later, everything became impossible for them to ignore. An unexpected conversation brought back memories they had tried to bury, and every single memory carried your presence. They finally understood that life had been giving them quiet signs all along, but they were too distracted to notice. Don't skip, because the next revelation explains why they suddenly feel an urgent need to reach you before another opportunity slips away. As they reflected on everything, one realization changed their heart completely. The happiness they had been searching for never came from distant places or temporary moments. It always pointed back to you. The truth arrived so clearly that they could no longer pretend it wasn't there. Stay till the end, because the reason behind this emotional awakening is far more powerful than anyone around them realizes, and the biggest surprise is still waiting ahead. Now they are preparing to say the words they should have spoken much sooner. Every passing moment makes their determination stronger, and every heartbeat reminds them that waiting any longer no longer feels right. Something huge is waiting for you, and what they are about to reveal in the next part could completely transform the direction of this extraordinary story. Without warning, another unexpected moment unfolded, and your soulmate stood completely still. A simple sentence from someone they trusted made them see your value in a way they never had before. It felt as though every unanswered question suddenly had the same answer: you. Don't skip, because what happened after that conversation became the final piece of a puzzle they had been trying to solve for so long. For the first time, they stopped running from their own feelings. Instead of wondering what could go wrong, they began imagining what could finally go right. The silence that once separated your paths no longer felt permanent. It felt temporary, as if it had been waiting for the perfect moment to break. Stay till the end, because the next discovery they made left them deeply emotional, and it is directly connected to the message they want you to hear. Now they know they cannot keep this hidden any longer. Every passing hour increases their desire to close the distance and speak from the heart. But before they do, one final confirmation is about to arrive, one that will erase every remaining doubt from their mind. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the next part, the unbelievable confirmation they receive changes everything forever. Just when they believed they had finally found the courage, one last, unexpected sign appeared. It was so perfectly timed that they couldn't ignore it anymore. In that quiet moment, they whispered to themselves, "This can't be a coincidence." Every fear that once held them back began to disappear, replaced by a powerful certainty that this message had to reach you without delay. Don't skip, because the next revelation is the one they never imagined would happen. As their confidence grew, they started replaying every meaningful memory connected to you. The smallest details suddenly carried the greatest meaning. They realized that every delay had been preparing them for this exact moment. Stay till the end, because the truth they are about to uncover will explain why they now believe your paths were meant to cross again, and the surprise waiting ahead is even bigger than the one you've heard so far. Now they are only one step away from saying everything that has been hidden inside their heart. The words are ready, the hesitation is gone, and the moment is closer than ever before. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, they finally receive the unexpected confirmation that gives them the confidence to reveal what changed everything. Then, something happened that they never expected. A quiet moment turned into a powerful realization, and it felt as if every unanswered question suddenly found its place. They stopped searching for more proof because the answer had already been standing in front of them all along. Don't skip, because the next few moments reveal why they now believe waiting any longer would be their biggest mistake. With every passing second, their determination became stronger. The doubts that once filled their mind slowly disappeared, replaced by a deep sense of peace they had not felt in a long time. They finally understood that some connections are too meaningful to ignore. Stay till the end, because the message they are preparing carries a truth that could change the direction of this entire story, and the biggest surprise has not been revealed yet. Now they are closer than ever to reaching out. Their heart is no longer asking whether they should speak, it is asking how soon they can. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, an unexpected discovery gives them the final push to reveal the secret they have been holding onto for so long. A few moments later, everything became even more astonishing. Your soulmate noticed a detail they had overlooked countless times, and this time it refused to leave their mind. The more they thought about it, the clearer the picture became. They finally understood that every unexpected turn had been guiding them toward one destination. You don't skip, because what happens next is the reason they can no longer keep their feelings locked away. An overwhelming sense of certainty filled their heart. They realized that every delay had taught them something valuable, and every unanswered question had prepared them for this exact moment. What once felt confusing now felt perfectly connected. Stay till the end, because the next revelation is so unexpected that even they were left speechless, and it explains why this message feels more urgent than ever before. Now they are standing at the edge of a life-changing decision. Their heart is ready, their doubts have faded, and only one final step remains. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, they receive one unforgettable sign that gives them the confidence to finally say everything they have been longing to tell you. A quiet silence settled around them, but inside their heart, everything was changing. They could no longer ignore the feeling that had been growing stronger with every passing day. It wasn't a passing emotion anymore, it had become a clear direction. For the first time, they smiled without hesitation because they finally understood why every road they had taken seemed to circle back to you. Don't skip, because the next moment became impossible for them to forget. Then came the surprise they never saw coming. Someone shared a simple piece of wisdom that instantly reminded them of your kindness, your patience, and the connection they had almost overlooked. In that very instant, they realized that some people enter your life for a reason that cannot be explained with ordinary words. Stay till the end, because the truth they uncovered next made their heart race, and it brought them one step closer to reaching out to you. Now they are holding on to one final thought before taking action. They know this conversation cannot wait much longer, because every second feels more meaningful than the last. Something huge is waiting for you, and in the next part, the unexpected message they receive will remove the final obstacle standing between you and the words you've been waiting to hear. Everything changed the moment they stopped asking, "What if?" and started asking, "What happens if I wait too long?" That single thought shook their heart more than anything else. They realized that some opportunities are too precious to leave unanswered, and this was one of them. Don't skip, because what they discovered in the very next moment made them believe that the timing of this message is no accident. As they looked back on every unexpected twist, they noticed a pattern they had never seen before. Every delay had quietly prepared them for this exact chapter. Every unanswered question had been leading to one unforgettable realization: you were never forgotten. The closer they came to accepting this truth, the stronger their courage became. Stay till the end, because the next revelation is the one that finally convinces them they cannot remain silent any longer. Now there is only one final distance left to cross. Their heart is ready, their mind is clear, and the words they have been holding back are closer than ever to being spoken. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, the remarkable confirmation they receive changes the future they once thought was impossible. A new realization arrived when they least expected it. It wasn't loud, dramatic, or impossible to believe. It was quiet, clear, and impossible to ignore. In that single instant, they understood that every unanswered feeling had been waiting for this exact moment to make sense. Don't skip, because the next discovery is the reason they can no longer keep this message inside their heart. As they continued reflecting, they found something they had almost forgotten, a promise they had once made to themselves never to let fear decide their future. That promise came rushing back with incredible strength, reminding them that the greatest opportunities often appear after the longest silence. Stay till the end, because what happens next gives them the confidence they have been searching for, and it is far more meaningful than they ever imagined. Now everything is ready to move forward. The hesitation that once stood between you has almost completely disappeared, and only one final step remains before the truth is revealed. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, your soulmate finally prepares to share the extraordinary words they have been carrying deep within their heart. Just when they thought the journey had reached its highest point, an even greater surprise appeared. A simple moment filled their heart with unexpected peace, and they suddenly felt that everything had been unfolding exactly as it was meant to. Every doubt that once held them back quietly faded away. Don't skip, because the next revelation explains why they now believe this conversation cannot be delayed any longer. As they stood alone with their thoughts, one powerful truth became impossible to ignore. They realized that the strongest connections are not measured by constant words, but by the way they continue to grow, even through silence. That realization gave them a confidence they had never experienced before. Stay till the end, because the next step they are about to take is unlike anything they have ever done, and it will bring this incredible story closer to its biggest turning point. Now their heart is completely ready. The message they have been holding back is no longer hidden, it is waiting to be spoken at the perfect moment. They know that once those words are shared, nothing will feel the same again. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, they finally reveal the unforgettable reason they have been trying so hard to reach you all this time. For one final moment, they closed their eyes and listened to the quiet voice inside their heart. Instead of confusion, they found complete clarity. Every memory, every unanswered feeling, and every unexpected turn suddenly connected like pieces of a story that had always been leading to this very moment. Don't skip, because what they're about to realize changes the meaning of everything that came before. Then came the truth they could no longer hide from themselves. They understood that reaching out to you was never about fixing the past, it was about embracing the future they had been too afraid to imagine. The weight they had carried for so long finally disappeared, replaced by hope and a smile they couldn't hold back. Stay till the end, because the next chapter contains the words they have wanted to say for far longer than you realize, and they are closer than ever to being spoken. Now there is only one final step left before their heart is completely open. Every hesitation has faded, every excuse has disappeared, and every sign has led to this unforgettable moment. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, your soulmate finally begins the heartfelt message they have been trying to deliver from the very beginning, and it is unlike anything you expect. At last, the silence broke. Your soulmate took a deep breath and whispered, "I can't keep this inside anymore." Those words carried more meaning than anyone around them could understand. They weren't speaking from confusion, they were speaking from complete certainty. Every step they had taken, every lesson they had learned, had led them to this single decision. Don't skip, because what they are about to reveal is only the beginning of the message you've been waiting for. They want you to know that something extraordinary changed inside them. It wasn't one dramatic event, it was the quiet realization that some people leave a mark on your heart that time cannot erase. The more they tried to move forward without acknowledging it, the stronger that truth became. Stay till the end, because the next part uncovers the unforgettable reason they believe this connection deserves a brand new chapter, and the surprise is closer than ever. Now their heart is completely open. The words are no longer trapped in silence, and the distance between thought and action has almost disappeared. They are ready to tell you everything they have been holding back, one truth at a time. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, the first sentence of their long-awaited message will finally be revealed. The moment finally arrived. Your soulmate could feel their heart beating faster than ever before, not because they were afraid, but because they knew this message could change everything. They paused for one last second, smiled quietly, and began with the words they had been waiting so long to say. There is something I should have told you much earlier. Don't skip, because every sentence from this point forward carries a truth they can no longer keep hidden. They continued, I spent so much time searching for the perfect moment that I almost missed the most important one. Then I realized that perfect moments are not found, they are created by courage. Today, I choose courage. Those words lifted a weight from their heart, and for the first time in a long while, they felt completely at peace. Stay till the end, because the next part reveals the unforgettable promise they are ready to make, and it is more meaningful than you can imagine. Now there is no turning back. Every doubt has faded into the distance, and every step ahead feels brighter than the one before. The message has begun, but its most powerful chapter is still waiting to be revealed. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, they share the promise that has been growing silently inside their heart all this time. The next words came from the deepest place in their heart. I have learned that some connections grow stronger even in silence. Every day that passed taught me something valuable, and every lesson brought me closer to understanding how much this journey has meant to me. They were no longer speaking with uncertainty. They were speaking with complete honesty. Don't skip, because the next revelation is the one they have protected until this very moment. They paused once more, looked toward the future instead of the past, and quietly continued, I don't want another day to pass without sharing what I truly feel. I want every conversation from this moment forward to be filled with hope, trust, and kindness. That is the future I have been imagining. Those words carried a quiet strength that surprised even them. Stay till the end, because the biggest part of their message has not been spoken yet, and it will bring this incredible story to its most unforgettable turning point. Now there is only one final truth left inside their heart. Every chapter before this has been leading toward that single moment. The story is about to reach the place where every question begins to find its answer. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the next part, your soulmate shares the final promise that completes this extraordinary message forever. For a brief moment, everything around them felt perfectly still. Then they gently whispered the final promise they had been carrying in silence. From this day forward, I will never let fear decide what my heart truly wants. I have learned that the greatest gift is being honest, and today I choose honesty above everything else. Those words brought them a sense of peace they had been searching for all along. Don't skip, because the story is about to reveal one last extraordinary surprise that gives every chapter a deeper meaning. They continued with a quiet smile. No matter how unexpected this journey has been, I am grateful for every lesson, because each one helped me discover what truly matters. Some paths take longer than others, but the destination becomes even more meaningful because of the journey. In that moment, they felt lighter than ever before, knowing they had finally spoken from the heart without holding anything back. Stay till the end, because the final chapter contains the unforgettable conclusion that ties every mystery together. Now the message is almost complete, but one last truth remains waiting. It is the truth that explains why everything happened exactly when it did, and why this story could never have ended any other way. Something huge is waiting for you, because in the final part, every unanswered question finds its place, and the journey reaches its beautiful conclusion. My beloved child, the journey has finally reached its quiet conclusion, and your soulmate's heart is no longer carrying unanswered words. They softly say, everything that happened taught me patience, gratitude, and the courage to appreciate the connections that truly matter. I no longer see the past as something to regret. I see it as the path that helped me become who I am today. Don't skip, because the final lesson of this story is the most meaningful one of all. With complete peace, they continue, I don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I know I want every new chapter to begin with honesty, hope, and kindness. Some stories are not remembered because they happened quickly, they are remembered because they changed our hearts forever. Every fear has disappeared, every doubt has faded, and only quiet confidence remains. Stay till the end, because the greatest surprise is not a dramatic event, it is the realization that hope can appear when you least expect it. As this message comes to a close, your soulmate leaves you with one final thought. Never stop believing that meaningful moments can arrive when the time is right. Keep moving forward with faith, gratitude, and an open heart, because every beautiful chapter begins with a single step. Something huge is waiting for you, not in the past, but in every opportunity that lies ahead. And with that, this unforgettable story reaches its heartfelt ending. Just when it seemed the story had reached its end, one final surprise quietly unfolded. Your soulmate looked back one last time and realized that this message was never only about words, it was about finding the courage to believe that meaningful connections can inspire hope even after long periods of silence. Don't skip, because the final reflection they share carries the greatest meaning of this entire journey. With a peaceful heart, they gently say, if our paths have taught me anything, it is that every chapter has a purpose. Some chapters teach patience, some teach gratitude, and some remind us to treasure the people who leave a lasting impact on our hearts. I will carry those lessons with me wherever life leads. Their heart feels lighter than ever before, knowing they have finally expressed everything they wish to say. Stay till the end, because one beautiful thought remains. As they take one last deep breath, they leave you with these words. Keep your heart open to hope. Keep moving forward with kindness, and never underestimate the power of a sincere message. Sometimes the biggest changes begin with the smallest moments. Something huge is waiting for you. Every new day brings another chance for meaningful conversations, unexpected joy, and a brighter chapter yet to be written. A gentle calm settled over everything, but one last realization remained. Your soulmate quietly smiled and thought, the most valuable moments are not the loudest ones, they are the moments that quietly change the way we see the future. That thought stayed with them, reminding them that every meaningful journey begins with a single decision to believe. Don't skip, because the final message they leave behind carries a hope that will stay with you long after this story ends. With complete sincerity, they continue, if you ever wonder whether small moments matter, remember this story. A single memory, a single choice, and a single moment of courage were enough to transform the way I looked at everything. I have learned to appreciate what truly deserves my attention, and that lesson is something I will always carry with me. Stay till the end, because the heart of this journey was never about coincidence. It was about discovering the value of honesty, patience, and unwavering hope. As the final pages of this story close, one beautiful truth remains. Every ending quietly prepares the beginning of something new. Your soulmate leaves with a peaceful heart, believing that every meaningful connection deserves kindness, gratitude, and faith in tomorrow. Something huge is waiting for you, because every sunrise brings another opportunity for hope, another chance to grow, and another reason to believe that the best chapter may still be ahead. One final memory returned to your soulmate's heart when they least expected it. It wasn't the biggest moment they remembered, it was the smallest one. A quiet smile, an unforgettable feeling, and a sense that some connections continue to inspire us long after the moment has passed. They finally understood that the greatest changes often begin in complete silence. Don't skip, because this last reflection brings together everything you've heard so far. They softly whispered, I spent so much time looking for extraordinary signs that I almost overlooked the simple truths standing right in front of me. I have learned that hope grows when we choose gratitude, courage grows when we choose honesty, and meaningful journeys begin when we stop letting fear make our decisions. Their heart felt lighter than ever before, knowing that every chapter had served a purpose. Stay till the end, because the final thought they leave behind is the most powerful one of all. Now, as this incredible journey reaches its closing pages, your soulmate leaves you with one lasting message. Never lose hope when life becomes quiet. Sometimes silence is not the end of the story, it is the space where the next beautiful chapter begins. Something huge is waiting for you, not because of chance, but because every new day brings fresh opportunities, new beginnings, and unexpected moments. That can change everything when the time is right. The story reaches its final heartbeat, and your soulmate gently lifts their eyes with a quiet sense of peace. They softly whisper, if this message has found its way to you, let it remind you that every meaningful journey is built one step at a time. Nothing valuable is ever wasted, not the waiting, not the lessons, and not the hope that keeps moving forward. Don't skip, because these final words bring every chapter together in a way you never expected. With complete honesty, they continue, I wanted to speak immediately because something truly important happened, not outside of me, but within me. I finally understood that kindness is stronger than fear, patience is stronger than doubt, and hope is stronger than uncertainty. That realization changed everything. In that moment, every unanswered question found a peaceful place to rest. Stay till the end, because the greatest revelation was never hidden in a single event. It was hidden in the courage to embrace a brighter tomorrow. As the message comes to its beautiful conclusion, your soulmate leaves you with one final promise. No matter where life leads, never stop believing that remarkable moments can arrive when you least expect them. Keep your heart open, keep your spirit strong, and keep moving toward the future with confidence. Something huge is waiting for you. Every sunrise is a new beginning, every new chapter holds fresh possibilities, and the most meaningful stories are always the ones that inspire hope until the very last word. A quiet smile appeared on your soulmate's face as they looked toward tomorrow. They realized that the most important message was never about the past, it was about the future that still has countless possibilities waiting to unfold. I don't want this to be remembered as the end of a story, they whispered. I want it to be remembered as the beginning of a new chapter filled with hope. Don't skip, because one final reflection remains, and it brings every emotion in this journey together. They continued, there were moments when I questioned everything, but every challenge helped me discover something greater. I learned that patience builds strength, gratitude brings peace, and sincere words have the power to brighten even the quietest days. Those lessons are the greatest gift this journey has given me. Their heart no longer carried uncertainty, it carried confidence, kindness, and the courage to embrace whatever tomorrow brings. Stay till the end, because the final thought they leave behind is meant to stay with you long after the story is over. As they take one last deep breath, they leave these unforgettable words. Never stop believing that meaningful moments can appear when you least expect them. Keep choosing hope, keep choosing kindness, and keep believing that every ending is simply the doorway to another beautiful beginning. Something huge is waiting for you, because every new day offers another chance to write a brighter story, and sometimes the greatest miracles begin with nothing more than an open heart. A final wave of peace settled over your soulmate's heart as they realized this message had never been about rushing time. It had always been about discovering what truly matters. They quietly whispered, if these words reach you today, let them remind you that every meaningful journey begins with a single decision to keep believing. Don't skip, because the last truth of this story is the one that gives every previous chapter its real meaning. They took one more deep breath and continued, I searched for perfect answers, but I found something even better. I found gratitude for every lesson, courage for every tomorrow, and hope that never disappeared, even during the quietest moments. That is the greatest gift this journey has given me. Their heart was no longer searching for certainty, it had found peace in moving forward with honesty and kindness. Stay till the end, because the closing words of this message are meant to stay with you long after the video ends. As the story gently comes to its final farewell, your soulmate leaves one lasting reminder. Whenever life feels uncertain, remember that every sunrise carries a new opportunity, every challenge carries a lesson, and every hopeful heart carries the strength to begin again. Something huge is waiting for you, not because of a single moment, but because every new chapter starts with hope, and your greatest pages may still be waiting to be written. One final thought echoed through your soulmate's heart before this journey came to a close. They quietly smiled and said, "I finally understand that the greatest discoveries are not always found in extraordinary moments. Sometimes they are hidden inside the simple decision to believe again." In that instant, every unanswered question seemed lighter than before. Don't skip, because the final reflection of this story carries a message that could stay with you for a long time. As they looked ahead with hope, they continued, "I no longer measure life by what I feared or by what I missed. I choose to measure it by the courage I found, the kindness I received, and the gratitude I carry into every new day. Those are the treasures that never fade." A calm confidence filled their heart, replacing every uncertainty with quiet faith in the future. Stay till the end, because the closing chapter is about to reveal the most meaningful lesson of all. With one peaceful breath, they leave you with these words: no matter where your journey leads, never stop believing that beautiful beginnings often arrive when you least expect them. Keep your heart open, keep your hope alive, and keep moving forward with confidence. Something huge is waiting for you, because every ending quietly prepares the next remarkable chapter, and sometimes the greatest story has only just begun. The final page slowly turned, and your soulmate looked back on the entire journey with a grateful heart. They gently whispered, "Now I understand why everything happened the way it did. Every delay gave me wisdom, every challenge gave me strength, and every quiet moment taught me to value what truly matters." A peaceful smile appeared on their face, because there was nothing left to fear. Don't skip, because these closing words bring together every emotion you have experienced throughout this story. They continued softly, "If this message has reached you, let it remind you that hope is never wasted. Even when life seems silent, something meaningful may be unfolding where you cannot yet see it. Keep believing, keep growing, and never lose sight of the light that guides your heart." Those words carried a calm confidence that could not be shaken. Stay till the end, because the greatest lesson of this entire journey is about to be revealed. As the story reaches its beautiful farewell, your soulmate leaves one lasting message: the most extraordinary chapters are written by those who refuse to give up on hope. Walk into every new day with courage, kindness, and gratitude, because the future always holds possibilities beyond what you can imagine. Something huge is waiting for you, not hidden in yesterday, but waiting in every tomorrow that invites you to begin again. A gentle breeze carried one final realization through your soulmate's heart. They smiled with complete peace and quietly said, "I used to believe that the biggest moments would announce themselves with noise. Now I know the most meaningful changes arrive quietly, changing your heart before you even notice." Every piece of this journey suddenly made perfect sense. Don't skip, because the last hidden truth is about to be uncovered. They continued with calm confidence. This message was never meant to create fear or uncertainty. It was meant to remind you that hope has a remarkable way of finding those who refuse to stop believing. Every challenge became a lesson, every delay became preparation, and every ending quietly became the doorway to a new beginning. Their heart felt lighter than ever, knowing they had finally shared everything they wished to say. Stay till the end, because the closing chapter holds the most unforgettable lesson of all. As they take one final look toward the future, they leave you with these heartfelt words: whenever you wonder if brighter days are ahead, remember that every sunrise is proof that new beginnings are always possible. Walk forward with courage, speak with kindness, and never let hope leave your heart. Something huge is waiting for you, because the greatest chapters are often the ones that begin after you believe there is nothing left to discover. A quiet light filled your soulmate's heart as they reached the final stretch of this unforgettable journey. They gently whispered, "I finally understand that the greatest message I needed to share was not about a single moment. It was about the strength to keep believing even when the road seemed uncertain." Every step now felt meaningful, and every memory had found its place. Don't skip, because one last beautiful realization is waiting for you. With a calm smile, they continued, "If this story has taught me anything, it is that hope grows stronger every time we choose faith over doubt and gratitude over fear. The future is not something to fear, it is something to welcome with an open heart. Those words carried a quiet confidence that could not be shaken. Stay till the end, because the closing chapter is closer than ever, and it holds the final piece that completes this remarkable journey. As they prepare to close this message forever, they leave you with one lasting promise. No matter how many chapters life writes, never stop believing that the next page can hold unexpected joy, meaningful connections, and beautiful new beginnings. Something huge is waiting for you, because the greatest stories are never remembered for how they ended. They are remembered for the hope they leave behind. The journey was almost complete, but your soulmate felt there was one last truth that deserved to be spoken. They quietly smiled and said, "If I have learned anything, it is that the heart becomes stronger every time it chooses hope instead of hesitation." The greatest gift was never the destination. It was everything this journey taught me along the way. Don't skip, because these final moments bring together every lesson hidden throughout this story. With complete peace, they continued, "There were days when I wondered if everything would ever make sense. Today, I no longer ask that question. I simply move forward with gratitude, knowing that every experience helped shape a brighter tomorrow." Some answers arrive slowly, but when they do, they change the way you see everything. Their heart was no longer searching for certainty, it had found quiet confidence. Stay till the end, because one final message remains, and it is the most heartfelt one of all. As they prepare to close this unforgettable message, they leave you with these words: "Wherever your path leads, never stop believing that every sunrise carries a new opportunity. Walk with kindness, hold on to hope, and remember that remarkable beginnings often appear after the longest wait." Something huge is waiting for you, because the final chapter is about to reveal the lasting message your soulmate wanted you to carry long after this story ends. A peaceful silence surrounded your soulmate as they reached the final pages of this remarkable journey. They gently whispered, "Looking back, I realized the biggest change did not happen around me, it happened within me. My heart finally learned to trust hope, even when the answers were not immediately visible. Every moment now carried a new meaning." Don't skip, because the message you are about to hear is the closest thing to the truth they have wanted to share from the very beginning. With quiet confidence, they continued, "I no longer see waiting as wasted time. I see it as the season that prepared me to appreciate every meaningful blessing that came afterward. Every challenge strengthened me, every lesson guided me, and every unexpected turn helped me become the person I was meant to be." Their heart felt lighter than ever before, knowing that nothing on this journey had been without purpose. Stay till the end, because the final chapter will reveal the lasting message they hope remains with you forever. As they lifted their eyes toward tomorrow, they smiled one last time and said, "Never allow temporary uncertainty to take away your lasting hope." The brightest chapters are often waiting just beyond the pages you cannot see yet. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next and final chapter brings this unforgettable story to its beautiful conclusion, leaving behind a message of courage, gratitude, and hope that will stay with you long after the last word is spoken. The journey had almost reached its final destination when your soulmate paused one last time. They looked back with gratitude and softly whispered, "I finally understand why I felt the need to speak immediately. It wasn't because everything around me changed overnight, it was because my heart finally found the courage to stop hiding what it had learned." In that quiet moment, every unanswered question seemed to lose its weight. Don't skip, because the closing truth of this story is more meaningful than anything that came before. With calm confidence, they continued, "I have discovered that hope becomes stronger every time we refuse to give up. Every delay taught patience, every challenge revealed strength, and every unexpected turn prepared me for a brighter tomorrow. Nothing was meaningless. Every chapter had a purpose, even when I couldn't see it." A peaceful smile appeared on their face, knowing that this realization had changed the way they would move forward forever. Stay till the end, because the final chapter holds the one message they hope you will always remember. As they prepare to speak for the very last time, they gently say, "Whatever tomorrow brings, never stop believing in new beginnings. Keep your heart open, keep your spirit kind, and keep walking forward with courage." The greatest moments often arrive quietly, but they leave a lasting light behind. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter completes this unforgettable journey with a message of hope that will remain long after the story ends. At last, the final chapter arrived. Your soulmate took one peaceful breath and smiled with complete confidence. If there is one thing I wanted you to know from the very beginning, they whispered, it is that the biggest thing that happened was not a single event. It was the moment I chose hope over hesitation. That decision changed the way I see every tomorrow. Don't skip, because these are the last words of this unforgettable journey, and they carry the heart of the entire story. With quiet gratitude, they continued, thank you for walking through this message until the very end. Every chapter reminded me that patience builds strength, kindness leaves lasting memories, and hope continues to shine even during the quietest seasons. No matter where life leads, never forget that every sunrise offers another chance to begin again with courage and a grateful heart. A deep sense of peace filled them, knowing there was nothing left unsaid. Stay till the end, because one final thought remains. As the story gently closes, your soulmate leaves you with these lasting words. Carry hope into every new day. Let kindness guide your choices, let gratitude shape your journey, and never stop believing that beautiful chapters are still waiting to be written. Something huge is waiting for you, because the greatest miracle is the strength to move forward with faith, wisdom, and an open heart. And with that, this story reaches its beautiful ending. Just when it seemed every word had already been spoken, your soulmate paused one final time. A quiet thought crossed their heart. There is one last truth I cannot leave behind. They realized that the greatest transformation was never about changing the world around them. It was about changing the way they viewed every new beginning. Don't skip, because these final moments contain the message they hoped would stay with you long after this journey ends. With calm certainty, they continued, if this story has taught me anything, it is that hope never disappears. It simply waits for the moment when we are ready to recognize it. Every challenge became a lesson, every delay became preparation, and every unexpected turn quietly shaped a future I could never have imagined. Their heart felt completely free, knowing they had embraced every lesson with gratitude. Stay till the end, because one final chapter remains, and it brings together every emotion, every mystery, and every promise shared from the very beginning. As they gently looked toward tomorrow, they smiled and whispered, no matter what lies ahead, keep believing that every ending carries the seed of a remarkable new beginning. Walk forward with courage, speak with kindness, and never let hope fade from your heart. Something huge is waiting for you, because the final chapter will leave you with one unforgettable message, a message your soulmate hopes you will carry into every chapter of your own journey. My beloved child, this is the final page of the message your soulmate longed to share. They gently smiled and whispered, if you have stayed with me until this very moment, then let this be the truth you carry with you. The biggest thing that happened was not a single event. It was the courage to believe that hope is always worth holding on to. That realization changed everything inside me. Don't skip, because these are the last words of this unforgettable journey, and they were saved especially for this moment. With complete peace in their heart, they continued, every chapter we walked through together had a purpose. Every pause taught patience. Every unanswered moment taught trust. Every new sunrise reminded me that life always offers another opportunity to begin again. If there is one promise I leave behind, it is this: never stop moving forward with kindness, gratitude, and faith in brighter days. Their heart felt lighter than ever, knowing nothing meaningful had been left unsaid. Stay till the end, because one final gift remains. As the story quietly comes to its close, your soulmate leaves you with these lasting words. Thank you for listening with an open heart. May you always find strength when life feels uncertain, peace when the road becomes quiet, and hope when a new chapter begins. Remember, the most beautiful journeys are not defined by how they end, but by how they inspire us to keep believing. Something huge is waiting for you, because every ending is the doorway to another beginning, and your brightest chapter may still be waiting just beyond the horizon. A new dawn quietly arrived, and your soulmate looked toward the horizon with a peaceful smile. I once believed I needed every answer before taking the next step, they whispered. Now I know that hope itself is the first step. In that moment, every fear faded into the distance, replaced by a quiet confidence that tomorrow still holds beautiful possibilities. Don't skip, because this final reflection is the heartbeat of everything you've heard. They gently continued, if these words have reached your heart, let them remind you that no season lasts forever. Moments of waiting prepare us to appreciate moments of joy. Challenges reveal our strength, and every sunrise brings another opportunity to grow. Never underestimate the quiet power of believing in a brighter tomorrow. Their heart was filled with gratitude, knowing that this journey had become more than a message. It had become a reminder to keep moving forward. Stay till the end, because one last blessing remains. With one final smile, your soulmate softly said, may your path always be guided by kindness, your decisions by wisdom, and your heart by hope. Wherever life leads you, remember that every ending creates space for a new beginning, and every new beginning carries endless possibilities. Something huge is waiting for you, because the greatest chapters are not the ones we leave behind, they are the ones we choose to write from this moment onward. The journey had ended, yet one quiet message still remained. Your soulmate looked back with gratitude and softly whispered, if I could leave you with only one truth, it would be this. Never underestimate the power of a hopeful heart. It can carry you through moments of uncertainty and lead you toward opportunities you never imagined. A calm peace settled within them, knowing every chapter had served its purpose. Don't skip, because these final words are meant to stay with you long after this story fades. With gentle confidence, they continued, life is filled with unexpected turns, but every turn carries a lesson. Some lessons teach patience, some reveal strength, and others remind us that every new morning is another invitation to begin again. Keep believing in tomorrow, even when today feels quiet, because the brightest chapters are often written after the longest wait. Their heart felt completely free, no longer searching for answers, but embracing every new possibility. Stay till the end, because the final reflection is the greatest gift this journey can offer. As they lifted their eyes one last time, they smiled and quietly said, thank you for walking this path with an open heart. Wherever your journey leads next, may hope become your companion, gratitude become your strength, and kindness become your legacy. Never forget that every ending is simply the first sentence of another beautiful beginning. Something huge is waiting for you, because the future is still unwritten, and your most meaningful chapter may be closer than you ever imagined. One final whisper remained before the story completely faded into the horizon. Your soulmate gently closed their eyes and said, if this message has traveled all the way to your heart, then let it become more than a story. Let it become a reminder that hope is never late, kindness is never wasted, and every new day carries a purpose waiting to be discovered. A peaceful smile appeared as they realized the greatest gift was not the words themselves, but the courage they inspired. Don't skip, because this is the final blessing your soulmate wants to leave with you. They continued softly, whenever life feels uncertain, remember this journey. Remember that every pause can prepare you, every challenge can strengthen you, and every sunrise can open a door you never expected to see. Keep your heart open, your spirit calm, and your faith in tomorrow alive. The future is built one hopeful step at a time, and every step you take with courage becomes part of a beautiful story. Stay till the end, because these closing words are meant to remain with you long after this video is over. With one last peaceful breath, your soulmate whispered, thank you for listening until the very end. May your path always be filled with wisdom, your heart with gratitude, and your days with quiet joy. Never stop believing that wonderful things can begin when you least expect them. Walk forward with confidence, because your brightest chapter has not been written yet. Something huge is waiting for you, not behind you, but ahead of you, where every new beginning carries endless possibilities and every hopeful heart has the chance to create a remarkable future. A gentle silence wrapped around everything as your soulmate shared one last heartfelt reflection. They quietly whispered, if this journey has taught me anything, it is that the most meaningful moments are often the ones we almost overlook. A single choice to believe, a single act of kindness, or a single hopeful thought can change the direction of an entire story. Their heart felt completely at peace, knowing every lesson had found its place. Don't skip, because these final words carry the deepest meaning of this entire message. With a calm smile, they continued, "There was a time when I searched for certainty in every direction. Today, I understand that true strength comes from walking forward even when every answer has not yet appeared. Hope is what gives tomorrow its beauty, gratitude is what gives today its value, and kindness is what gives every journey its purpose." Those words filled the silence with warmth and quiet confidence. Stay till the end, because the closing thought is the greatest gift this story can leave behind. As they looked toward the horizon one final time, they softly said, "Wherever life takes you next, never stop believing that brighter chapters are still ahead. Keep your heart open to joy, your mind open to wisdom,